Welcome to our Crypto News Weekly Roundup. Let's explore the key stories that made the headlines in the cryptosphere this week. Kwon faces extradition between the US and South Korea after 8 months in custody. Kwon is facing extradition from Montenegro to either the US or South Korea over charges including securities fraud and unfair trading linked to the collapse of stablecoin TerraUSD. SEC hits roadblock in the prosecution attempt of Richard Heart. The SEC is struggling to serve legal documents to Richard Heart, the founder of Pulsechain, for violating US securities laws and diverting customer funds for personal use. DOJ prosecutors block CZ's return to the UAE. The DOJ has prevented Binance founder Changpeng Zhao from returning to the UAE before his sentencing in 2024 over flight risk fears. Cristiano Ronaldo gets sued over Binance affiliation. Football icon Cristiano Ronaldo faces a class action lawsuit as fans allege losses from buying his NFTs on Binance. Let's explore all these and more. Kwon, the self-proclaimed cryptocurrency king, is now facing extradition from Montenegro to both the United States and South Korea. Kwon, along with his business partner Han Chang-jun, has been in custody for the past 8 months after being sentenced for traveling with forged Costa Rican passports. They were initially arrested back in March as they attempted to board a plane to Dubai through the small Balkan nation. In May, 3 months after their arrest, a judge canceled their €800,000 bail, deeming them a flight risk. The following month, in June, a Montenegrin court sentenced Kwon and Chang-jun to 4 months in prison for the passport incident. Kwon's company, Terraform Labs, was behind the stablecoin TerraUSD, which collapsed in May 2022, sending shockwaves through the cryptocurrency market. In fact, many believe that this collapse was the main catalyst for the 2022 bear market, which eventually saw a number of other crypto companies like 3AC, Celsius, and even FTX go bust. After this, Kwon found himself in hot water with not one, but 2 legal battles. In the United States, the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, accused Kwon of orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar crypto asset securities fraud. The U.S. District Court in Manhattan issued an 8-count indictment, including charges of securities fraud, wire fraud, commodities fraud, and conspiracy. Moreover, Kwon faces legal issues in South Korea, accused of fraud and unfair trading practices. Specifically, authorities alleged that Kwon, along with co-founder Daniel Shin, breached the capital markets law. Their actions reportedly involved destabilizing market activities concerning TerraUSD, an algorithmic stablecoin, and other related tokens. This manipulation is a key factor in the legal scrutiny they now face. Shin was indicted in South Korea in April, but Kwon had managed to elude authorities until his arrest in Montenegro. Now, the court in Montenegro's capital, Podgorica, has approved the extradition of Kwon to South Korea, where he faces up to 40 years in jail. However, the final decision as to which country he will be extradited rests with the Montenegrin Justice Minister, Andrej Milovic, who has to balance the requests from both the US and South Korea. So, what's next? Will Kwon face the music in the United States, South Korea, or both? Only time will tell. Still on the topic of the prosecution of fraudulent crypto founders, the SEC has run into a roadblock in its plans to indict Richard Heart, a well-known name in the cryptosphere. Richard Heart is the founder of Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX, 3 popular DeFi projects in the crypto space. However, according to the SEC, these projects are nothing but fraudulent schemes. In fact, the SEC alleges that Hart and his entities have violated US securities laws by raising more than $1 billion through unregistered securities offerings. The SEC claims that Hart and his associates misled investors about the nature, value, and risks of their tokens and used the funds to finance Hart's lavish lifestyle. In its initial filing, the SEC accused Hart of misappropriating at least $12 million of investor funds to buy a 555-carat black diamond, one of the largest and most expensive diamonds in the world, high-end vehicles, and luxury watches. But that's not all. Hart also splurged on a $550,000 Rolex Daytona, an $800,000 Rolex GMT Master 2, and another unspecified $1.38 million Rolex watch. Now, the SEC filed its lawsuit against Hart and his entities on July 31st, 2023, but has not been able to serve him with the legal documents. The reason for this delay is that Hart, whose real name is Richard Schuyler, lives in Helsinki, Finland, and the SEC needs the cooperation of the Finnish authorities to deliver the papers. The SEC requested the assistance of the Finnish Ministry of Justice on August 22, 2023, under the Hague Service Convention. But as of the latest filing, they have not received confirmation of successful service in Finland. This means that the legal process is stalled, and the case may take longer to resolve. The SEC is expected to provide an update to the court by December 15, 2023, regarding their efforts to serve Hart. If they fail, they may seek alternative methods of service in line with federal rules. This next step could be crucial in determining how the case moves forward and underscores the legal challenges of prosecuting international cases involving digital assets. Speaking of international legal cases, US authorities have prevented Binance founder Changpeng Zhao from traveling back home to his family in the UAE before his sentencing. Recall that CZ recently resigned as CEO of Binance and accepted full responsibility for Binance's non-compliance with anti-money laundering laws. After CZ pleaded guilty, a magistrate judge granted his release on a $175 million personal recognizance bond. This meant that he did not have to pay any money up front, but he had to put up $15 million in a trust account and have 3 guarantors put up over $5 million in collateral to secure the bond. He was also allowed to return to the UAE, where his wife and children live. However, the US Department of Justice, or DOJ, was not happy with this arrangement. They immediately filed a motion to keep CZ in the US, arguing that he could be a flight risk if he leaves the country. They pointed out that he still has a vast amount of wealth, and that there is no extradition treaty between the US and the UAE. They didn't want to put him in jail, but they wanted him to stay in the US until his sentencing, which is scheduled for February 2024. CZ's attorneys argued that he had already shown his cooperation by coming to the US to plead guilty in the first place. However, District Judge Richard Jones recently ordered that a condition that would have allowed CZ to return to his family in the UAE before his sentencing should be stayed until such time as this court resolves the government's motion for review. This meant that CZ would have to remain in the US until this review. However, the judge did not indicate if he would schedule a hearing or when he might rule on the motion. The DOJ says that CZ faces anywhere from 18 months to as many as 10 years in prison. Meanwhile, Binance just can't seem to stay out of the headlines. This time around, celebrity footballer Cristiano Ronaldo is getting sued for his affiliation with Binance. Ronaldo is facing a proposed class action lawsuit from plaintiffs who claim they lost money from his promotion of Binance. Ronaldo, who has over 850 million followers across his social media, partnered with Binance in 2022 to launch a series of his own non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. Ronaldo's NFTs were based on his career highlights and achievements, and were sold exclusively on Binance. Now, Ronaldo is getting sued by fans who claim to have bought his NFTs, claiming that by buying his NFTs, they were tempted into engaging with other products on Binance. They allege that Ronaldo and Binance violated securities laws by offering and selling unregistered securities, such as Binance's native token, BNB, and its crypto yield programs. They also claim that Ronaldo and Binance misled them about the nature, value, and risks of these products and used the funds to enrich themselves. The lawsuit also accuses Ronaldo of failing to disclose that he was paid by Binance to promote the exchange and its products, as required by the SEC. Before now, the commission had warned celebrities that they needed to be transparent about their endorsements of cryptocurrencies or face legal consequences. That said, the plaintiffs in the case are seeking damages and funds to cover legal fees. Ronaldo is not the only celebrity who has gotten into trouble for prompting crypto products. Other stars, such as Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather, Tom Brady, and DJ Khaled have also been involved in controversies for promoting or shilling shady crypto projects. That's all for the news this week. If you found our video informative, then please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon to get updates on all our future videos. Also, let us know what topics you would like us to cover next in the comments below.